Hello and welcome to another crochet vlog. We're doing the big crochet project in this one, which if you've seen the thumbnail, if you've seen the title, you already know what we're making, but we're gonna be crocheting a full lounge set, like a matching pants and sweater, and it's gonna have really gorgeous like tapestry crochet designs on the front and at the bottom of the pants. I am so excited about this one. I've been planning it for a while, and I've also been learning how to do tapestry crochet because I've never done that before. So I'm learning a lot of new skills in order to do this pattern correctly and teach it to all of you, and I'm so excited to make this. On a side note, I'm currently going through the very slow process of decorating my room. I'm very picky about what I put in my room, what I put on my walls, so I'm slowly finding some new things to add, and this is one of my latest finds, this adorable little birdhouse. I got this from Goodwill for like $2. So cute. Now I'm trying to decide, do we want to put this in this corner or this corner or in this corner? I kind of like it over there. Let's do that. Look at how cute that is. And then I also have these little butterflies that I'm gonna put right on my wall down here. So cute. And now the last little thing we're gonna add to my room is I've got a whole bunch of old photos and magazine clippings I have gotten from my grandparents, and so I pulled out some of my favorite ones, and I'm gonna put a few of them onto my wall along with a little vinyl as well. So that is the little like va-va-voom that my room has gotten, and I think it looks great. But now we can move on to crochet, and let's get started on the loungewear set. First thing I need to do is figure out what the exact pattern is that I want on the sweater. I am currently working on doing a little swatch here of the tapestry crochet because I've actually never done tapestry crochet before, so I had to do a little bit of practice, which I did down here, and now I am just testing out a couple little designs so I know what I want to put on the sweater before I commit to doing an entire sweater in a design that I don't like. So I have this flower here that I'm feeling really good about, and I'm thinking this is going to be the main centerpiece, is going to be a strip of flowers, but I want to do a little border on the top and the bottom, so I'm kind of playing around right now with what I want the border to be made up of. I currently have my little graph design that I'm drawing out here on my phone. That way I can use this for reference once we start making the sweater. I am currently working on placing these little top X's or crosses here at the top row to see how that looks and if I really want that to be a part of this pattern. Here is the final design I have decided on. So that's going to be this flower with this sort of border here and these little closed diamonds. And then it's going to be done in this method where we have like the little diamonds, the border, the flowers, the border, and the diamonds. We've got just a whole bunch of yarn here that we get to work with. I do only have one skein of blue because the main color is going to be the white, and then we're going to be doing all of the designs I have been planning on that little swatch of crochet with this blue color. So I'm hoping one skein is enough. It might not be, but I'm hoping it is. And there's all of our yarn. I am so excited to finally get started on this sweater. It has been a long time coming to make this sweater. It's also starting to get really cold outside finally, so this is going to be the perfect time of year to actually have just a cozy lounge set. Before I actually start crocheting the sweater, we're almost there, almost, I'm going to do a measurement test, which is where I take both the yarn and the hook that I am planning on using for my project, and I'm going to make a small swatch where I'm going to chain 10 and then crochet a couple of rows. Now that I have our little single crochet swatch here, I'm going to go ahead and measure this, and I'm finding now that it lands at about 2.5 inches. So I went ahead and recorded that here as 10 chains equals 2.5 inches. I then found an already existing sweater in my closet that fit me about the same way that I envisioned this crochet sweater to fit me, and I went ahead and measured across the front panel of that sweater to figure out exactly how many inches one panel would be, and for this sweater it was 23 inches. So I then did the very simple math to figure out how many chain 10 portions I would need to make up 23 inches, and I will now be doing a chain of 95 for my sweater. This is definitely over and above what I usually do. Typically I'll just estimate the number of chains I need, but if I am doing a bigger project like this and I want to make sure it fits me perfectly, then I will do a swatch test like this with my yarn. pair of homemade jeans today where I sewed all of these star patches on myself by hand. We've got these going on, and then I also have some progress on the sweater. So this is the design for the bottom of the sweater. We're gonna add an extra inch or so of ribbing at the bottom, and now I think I'm ready to do the next design. So then from here to like here, I think the design's like 5.5 inches. So from here to here, I'm gonna be doing another pixel design with flowers. Hello, so it has been a little bit since we last talked. Here's a quick update. Actually, let me readjust quickly so you can see my flowers in the background because they're beautiful and I like them. Here is the sweater update. Look at how gorgeous that design is turning out. That's so pretty. I think this is going to be like my best crochet piece yet. However, the one mistake I did make, if you can tell, is the flowers are a little bit uneven. There is more white on this side than there is on this side. I'm gonna take this all apart and redo the flowers quickly. That way it's even and centered perfectly. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like before I do that. It is currently 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed, but here are the finished flowers. They look the same as last time I showed them to you, only now they're centered properly. They still look stunning as ever. And now tomorrow we can continue on, well, today I guess, we can continue on with the rest of the sweater, but I need some sleep first and then we'll get back to it. I'm currently placing in the very last row of the design portion for the front panel of the sweater. I am very excited to get this done though because the tapestry crochet is a little bit putsy. I feel like I need to light that candle. If it'll let me, come on. There we go. There we go. That's cute. I absolutely love how my room is coming together right now. I think that addition to the wall was just the perfect thing. Okay, I'm gonna focus now and get the rest of this row whipped out quick. Okay, here it is. Let me just double check, make sure that it all looks good. So the pattern looks good. I didn't mess up anywhere. It's all even and perfect. But now I'm trying to decide, do I like these little diamonds on the top or do I only want them on the bottom? So here's the entire panel. Should I take off the top diamonds? Like, does it look better without it? I think I need to do a couple rows of just the plain white single crochet to see how I feel about it. But I'm starting to think maybe I need to take those diamonds out. I've decided that I'm going to keep the diamonds, so we're gonna cast off. There we go, decision made. Also, look at how gorgeous this necklace is. Isn't that stunning? My friend made this for me for my birthday. Like, she made this. No one's gonna believe me because I did not film it, but I would just like to acknowledge the fact I just did a handstand unassisted without a wall or anything behind me, and I held it. Like, I found my center of gravity and I held it for a long time. So take my word for it. It was impressive. I was reading a whole article today about how handstands are apparently really good for you and they're so good for your spine and promoting like healthy blood flow, so that's a win. I'm gonna be healthy for the rest of my life. I finished the first panel of our sweater. It looks so cute. I'm feeling really good about this pattern. I think it's gonna be stunning. I already started up on the second panel here and I'm really hoping to finish this one today as well. It is already almost 5 o'clock at night, and so there's a good chance I will not be finishing it tonight, but I'm hoping. I feel like I can. I can't, but I feel like maybe I could. I have been in my room crocheting all morning, so ignore my very tired appearance. I haven't seen sunlight in a while, but I finally finished crocheting both panels of the sweater, and I went ahead and I just quickly attached both sides of the shoulders here with some scrap yarn, just so I can try it on and make sure it fits me before I commit to the rest of the sweater. We're just gonna hope and pray that it fits, and if it doesn't, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna let you see it first. So, there it is. I'm putting it on. I'm a little worried it's too big for me. I did follow the measurements of the sweater, but I'm still worried I made it too big. Is it cute? Okay, wait. Wait, that's really cute. Okay. Then this would all be attached. Then we're gonna get some sleeves. This is adorable! Excuse the bad lighting, but I've got like the sweater on, right? And then I've been working on making the sleeve all day, which these flowers, by the way, take forever to crochet. I've been working on this for like 5 hours straight. So my original thought is this is going to be the sleeve, and then I have the design here that goes across my chest, and I was gonna have that continue onto the sleeve. Here's the sleeve, and then the pattern continues. But now, if you can see, like that just doesn't look good. I'm gonna redo the sleeve. I just woke up and look at what's outside. Ooh, it's good packing snow. Okay, ready? Oops. Boom! I was gonna give you a little update on the project. So I've been working on the sweater off and on for the last like 2 weeks since we last talked. It still looks the same as last time, but trust me, I have been working on it. I originally was starting to do the sleeves as a flat panel that was then going to sew onto the piece, but I thought about that a little bit more and I decided I didn't want to have a seam going underneath the arm, because if it's a flat panel and I'd have to sew it up, you would have that seam where the two ends connect. So instead, I am now working in a round, which ended up being a lot trickier than I thought it was going to be. Like, I've had to redo this at least 8 or 9 times now because I couldn't get the stitch count right or the decrease number right. So I am hoping that this is the last time I have to redo the sleeve. I'm feeling very confident about it because I do think I got all the issues figured out. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Is I'm sitting in my room. I just cleaned it. It's so fresh and clean in here. I'm crocheting. I'm listening to a podcast. Life is good. I'm gonna be honest, a few days ago I was this close to scratching this entire project and you would have never seen this video because the sleeves were just not turning out. But I went ahead and I folded it up, I put it down, and I made a whole different piece. I designed, oh, that's upside down. There we go. I designed this slouchy off-the-shoulder sweater instead. So even though I was trying to stay committed to the sweater, I was like, we just need to put that down. It's just, it needs to get put down. And so I put that down and I made this instead. And not only was it just so refreshing, but also I got to practice making a sleeve in the round and get pretty good at that and the way it works. I just finished doing, I think it was 30 or 35 rows of single crochet. And then I also started up on the design here, which on this side it's prettier. This is the inside out version. The sleeve is just a little bit too bulky. There's just too much fabric. It's bunching up too much. You can't really tell. You can tell, let's be honest. You can tell that's bunching up way too much. So I'm going to do it again, and instead of decreasing in every other row, I'm going to decrease in every row. And hopefully that fixes the problem. Here is the sweater, and I almost thought this sleeve was good. I think last time we filmed I was saying I have to redo it, so I'm gonna try it on and show you. Here's the sleeve. It's looking so much better, like the opening is a lot smaller. However, we're gonna do it again. One last time. This is like our, what, 11th or 12th time redoing the sleeve. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying we're doing it again, and I'm a little bit tired of doing the sleeves, but it's okay. This sleeve here, I've decided the issue is just that the opening is too wide. Like, I need to bring it up higher. So I'm going to take all of this out and then continue slip stitching up another like 5 or 6 stitches. That way the opening is here and then it'll be better and I won't have this like weird bagginess here under my arm. I'll see you soon. 2 days ago was my birthday, 1 day ago was Thanksgiving, and now today we're decorating for Christmas. Okay, it's getting late. I was supposed to finish the sleeve today. We decorated for Christmas instead. You know what? That's a fair trade. Okay, I need to like buy a new... As I was saying, I need to buy a new tripod. But here is the sleeve. I am now confident that this is a good design for the sleeve. I'm not going to redo it again. I'm going to do the blue pattern, I think, at least once, if not twice more. I have now finished both sleeves of the sweater, and I would give you a little try on, but I think I want to wait until I do the actual ribbing as well, so we can do like one big grand reveal. I'm gonna go put the ribbing on the bottom of the sleeves, the bottom of the sweater, and then I have to figure out how I'm gonna do the collar, and then I'll show you the full final results once it's all done. I'm stalling because I'm by myself in the Walmart parking lot and I really just don't want to walk in by myself. Like, it's not scary, everyone here is really nice, I live in a great place. I just don't want to go by myself. That's all it is. But anyways, I am here at Walmart because I need to buy a steamer, because I've been doing water blocking for most of my crochet projects, which takes days for the pieces to dry, and half the time I feel like it doesn't hold the shape that I blocked it to be at. So I did some research, and apparently acrylic yarn works best with a steamer because you can get the heat involved, which helps with like the plastic aspects of the yarn, is what I gathered. And the sweater's not done yet. I still have to finish putting all the ribbing on. I just got tired of it, and I decided to come here instead, and then I'm gonna go home and eat supper and then finish the sweater. So that's the update. Let's, I guess, walk inside by ourselves because we're strong and independent and go look for a steamer. Boom, and that's how it's done. It's like I never even left. I found one for $16, which the other ones were getting close to $40, so I'm a little bit worried that the price difference is gonna mean this one doesn't work, but we're gonna see. And also, all of the boxes were already broken into. I was trying to find one that was unopened, but they all were. So I'm hoping that this one works. And yeah, we got ourselves a steamer. Well, here's what the sweater looks like. I still have to steam it, but here's the finished results. Yikes, I think my camera lens got a little bit frozen, hang on. But here is the finished sweater with the gorgeous tapestry design. I'm so happy I went with the flower pattern. I think it looks so pretty. This sleeve, if you can tell, is a little bit less chunky than this one because I had to redo this sleeve like 10 times. And so when I kept redoing it, every time I'd pull out the yarn would get thinner and thinner every time I reworked it. So then by the time I finished the sleeve, this yarn is, I would almost say, like a whole weight thinner than this yarn. I think I am just nitpicking it. I've been staring at this for way too long. So I'm starting to look at those little details when I just need to look at the big picture. I'm going to take this off now and I'm going to steam it. So here it is, pre-steaming the sweater, and we'll see if it makes a difference. Welcome to my bathroom. I currently have the steamer plugged in and warming up. It needs like another 30 seconds, I believe, according to the instructions. I did get the cheaper version, as I mentioned yesterday, so I'm hoping it works. Right now it kind of smells like it wants to start a fire. So we'll see. Okay, I think we're good. This is how we know that I actually made a really good crochet piece, because I'm actually planning on wearing this out for the entire day. And I usually do not wear my crochet clothing. I don't know why, because I actually really like everything I've made. I have this on. I'm about to go drive like an hour to go do some Christmassy activities. We're gonna go look at like Christmas lights and stuff. And I'm gonna wear this sweater and go be Christmassy. Hello, hi. It has been a while since we last talked, and by a while I mean that I have already made 3 or 4 different crochet tops since we last filmed. I also went all the way down to Florida for 2 or 3 weeks for Christmas, and we are already almost into February of 2025. So it has been a hot minute since we have last talked. I also got a new tripod, so we're no longer just balancing the camera on anything and everything. The angles might be a little bit better now, although probably not, because just wherever you are, I'm just going to talk to you. Now we are getting started on the pants. I think I mentioned a couple times already, but this is intended to be a matching set. We've got the tapestry sweater. It looks adorable. I've already worn it a few times. I had a friend reach out and ask to purchase one for me, so I actually made another one. So I ended up making 2 tapestry sweaters now, and we are now making the pants. So I'm getting started now on the waistband, and you're probably already like, oh my goodness, Heather, that waistband is huge. What are you doing? Here's what I'm thinking. So my fear for this project is that the pants are going to be way too heavy, because this is all acrylic yarn and I am doing it all in single crochet. What I'm thinking, and we're gonna hope and pray that this just solves everything, is I'm making an extra wide waistband. That way I can fold the waistband over like this, like so, and then thread a piece of elastic through the entire thing, because crochet is known for stretching over time. It's not the best for actually being elastic, even though you can make the rib crochet stitch, which does have a good stretch and a good bounce back. It doesn't get as tight and as secure as actual elastic does. So I'm gonna go work on this waistband, and I'm going to be filming the tutorial for the pants as well, because I want to do a tutorial for both the sweater and the pants together, like a little matching set tutorial. I think that would be so cute, and I want to get this out before winter is done, because this is definitely a cold weather piece. So here is the completed waistband, and I did did go a little bit overboard, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. We can always take rows out. I was listening to the audiobook of The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie, and it's just like consuming my entire brain right now, and I sort of just forgot that I was crocheting, and I just did all of that. So it looks like this, and then we're gonna fold it in half as I explained earlier. That way we can thread the elastic through the middle, and it's gonna be like so. It definitely is, I think, like maybe half an inch, maybe 2 inches too long. So I'm gonna take a couple rows out. I painted my nails the other day. I did a little bit of like a nail art thing with acrylic paint, and I put a top coat on top so the paint sort of is like sealed in there. This hand I'm really proud of. I think it turned out super duper cute. This hand we just don't really talk about because I am very much so not left-handed. Here's how far I have gotten so far on the pants. So it fits comfortably, which is good. The waistband is just as snug as I want it to be, and it's easy to slide on and off, which was good. I was a little worried it was going to be too tight, but we definitely have a ways to go. I still have to do probably like double the amount of what I already did. So I'm gonna get back to work. Good morning, or it's 12:18. Happy afternoon. I kind of slept in today because it is the weekend, and we are starting off our weekend with a trip to Hobby Lobby. An unplanned and unwanted trip, but that's okay. Here's what happened. As you know, yesterday I was putting a whole bunch of work into those pants. I was getting a lot of progress done on them, and then today I went to get started again, and I realized that something seemed a little bit off. I'll show you when I get home, but there definitely was a little bit of a difference in the white. The top of the pants were a little bit too bright, and the bottom was a little bit too off-white. And it turns out I did get a bunch of bright white yarn when I needed all antique white yarn. So I have my bag here of 4 or 5 skeins of bright white yarn, and now we're gonna go trade these out for antique white. So not really a wanted trip, especially because it means I'm gonna have to frog the entire project and start over again, but that's okay. I'm glad I caught it now and not later on. So let's go get some yarn. Okay, so that was a bit of a flop. They do not sell the antique white yarn anymore. I even checked to see if it was maybe like out of stock or something, but it was not. They just don't sell it anymore. I feel like every time I come to Hobby Lobby, they are getting rid of more and more yarn. They got rid of an entire aisle of yarn just last year, and now they're getting rid of even more colors. So I'm gonna have to figure out some other way to get my yarn, because I really like this company, the I Love This Yarn brand, or Love This Yarn, whatever it is. This one right here, I love this yarn. It's like the softest acrylic yarn you're gonna be able to find at like a cheap point. And I've yet to find anything I like more, but the color choices here at Hobby Lobby are just like, they're not doing it for me anymore. But going back to our current project, I think the only thing I can do right now is just make the pants in white instead of antique white, which is okay. The sweater is made in antique white. The difference between the two whites is noticeable, but it's not atrocious. So I don't think I have another choice. I'm gonna have to just do the white yarn. This is the antique white for the sweater, and then the bright white for the pants. It's definitely different. Like, it is clearly different. It's kind of all I can do at this point, and they're both just going to be white, so it's still okay. It's just a little frustrating. So this is how far I did with the normal white, and then from here down is all antique white. So I'm gonna go ahead and frog all of this and then redo that with the normal white. Okay, I'm just brushing my hair right now. Look at this. That's just... Welcome to winter. Okay, here is a little update. Actually, quite a big update. We got a lot of progress done on the pants. I already finished the whole body of the pants, and then I got started on the first leg here. Let's do a little try on. I'll show you what we're working with so far. So this is what we are working with so far. It's a little bit off, but I think we're gonna trust the process. It's very comfortable, so that's kind of my top priority. And I do think once we have both legs done and then we flip it inside out and we steam it, that it is going to look a little bit better, is the hope. Also, I'm not even like halfway down with the pants yet, so I very well could eat my words later, but for now, this is actually a very light pair of shorts. It is lighter than a lot of shorts I own. Like, I have jean shorts that are much heavier than this, so I am confident that even if I didn't put the elastic in, which I still am going to, that this actually isn't going to be as heavy as I thought it would be. But so far, it's actually quite light and comfortable, and so now we're just hoping that it's gonna look good. Actually, I'm gonna take back almost everything I just said. I think I was being a little bit too positive, purely purely because I didn't want to redo it all, but I think we just have to redo it if we want this to turn out super cute. So this just needs to be reduced a little bit, which means the increase needs to be reduced a little bit at the body of the pants, and then that will hopefully get rid of this extra like chunk of fabric. Here's all of the yarn I frogged, and then we also have these 2 extra skeins of yarn here that I also frogged, and we made it back to pretty much the start. I took 10 rows of the increase out, so it's a little bit more narrow now, and I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild the pants, and then hopefully this time it'll work. Hello, happy Tuesday. We're looking a little bit rough today, but you know what's not looking rough today? Hang on, I did not have it prepared. There we go. Our pair of pants. Okay, actually it is looking a little bit rough still, but I just finished working in the 3rd skein for the project. So we're gonna try it on right now and see if the leg looks good. I do think they are quite cute. They're definitely not the most flattering pair of pants that I have ever worn. I think I increased still a few too many times. So I've got like this extra little flap of fabric on both sides. Regardless, it's looking cute. I'm gonna continue ahead and start up on the next skein of yarn. Okay, so little update. Shortly after I finished filming, I was like, you know what? I don't like it. I really don't like the way the pants are looking. And so I frogged all of it again. We're back to here. I took out another 10 rows of increase. So it is definitely a tighter fit, which originally I wanted it to be a looser fit, but I think the looser fit is what's causing those extra like flaps on the side from the increases. And now I'm just gonna work my way straight down, and hopefully this is it. We are back better than ever because we now have a perfect pair of pants. Well, okay, it is only like half the pair of pants. We just have the body done here. Here they are. They definitely are a little bit of a tighter fit than the last time, but I think that's for the best because it gets rid of all the weird clumps that we had in the fabric. And they're not too tight. Like, they've got a good stretch. They're very comfortable. I can move around just fine. I think we have finally mastered this. Like, this is good to go. And now I'm gonna go to bed, and then tomorrow I'm going to add the first leg. And I'll show you an update whenever I remember to. Okay, I just woke up, but I just wanted to show you, this is my little snack as of late. This brand here makes like the best chips I've ever had. They make the hint of lime ones, which are like perfection, but all we have right now is the jalapeno lime, and like the jalapeno is spicy, and I have 0 spice tolerance. I can barely eat more than 1, but I just really want to eat them because they're so good, and like the lime is so good. So I started doing this thing last night where I take the chip and then I take a slice of banana and I put that on top to remove the spice. And somehow it's actually really good. Like, I woke up this morning still craving it, so I don't know. Do with that information what you would. Here is a little progress update. We got a lot done already. We've got this entire pant leg completed now with the little flower design along the bottom, and it looks so cute. I'm actually gonna wait now until the entire pair of pants is done to show you the try on, because I want it to be like one big just whoa moment. And now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the second one here. Hello, long time no see. We have not talked at all this week because I've just been working on this pair of pants, and I've gotten quite a lot done. So we have this entire leg done as well. Well, most of it. I'm just putting the bottom part on here. So we have good news and bad news. So the good news is that I'm already almost done. We're at the very end of the leg. The bad news is, I don't know if you can tell. I'll give you a second to look. This one's inside out, this one's not. So the design looks a little bit different, but can you tell the difference? I accidentally used a brighter blue for this one, and then I used quite a dark blue on this one. Don't even ask me how that happened. It is a long story. I didn't even notice until recently. So now the question is, like, do I take it apart and redo it? Or do I just say, oops? Because, like, they don't look that bad. They're not, like, a huge dramatic difference. Like, I could get away with just being like, oopsie daisy. So I'm just going to let this sit for a few minutes while I do a different project because I've been staring at it for too long, and then we'll come back to it in like 30 minutes with our final decision. But for now, we're just gonna put it down and walk away. I am currently doing laundry, which is why my bed looks completely bare over here, but this is what we're going to do while we're waiting for the pants to just sit for a while. So I have this little stack of books right by my bed here, and today I want to change this just slightly and make it a little bit more my style. So I found this in our basement the other day, this really cute, just like old wooden crate. How cute is that? I thought it could be really cute to put this right beside my bed, almost like a bedside table, and then fill all of this up with the books, and then put some little fun stuff on top as well. So that's what we're gonna do before we revisit the pants. Here it is. Ignore all the stuff under my bed. That's a whole different project for a different day. But look at how cute that is. We got the little crate all filled up with books that I need to read. And then up here on the top of the crate, which is sort of like the bedstand portion, I've got my journal. And then this book, which I'm not reading, but it didn't fit down here and I thought it was really cute. I liked the blue, so it's up here for now. I've got a pen for my journal and then a stylus for my phone. Got lip balm back there. And then this plant here, I took from a plant that's already in my room and I'm currently working on, what's it called? What is it called when you take a plant and put it in water to grow new roots?
I found this on the web.
Propagation. So this plant here I took from another plant in my room and I'm currently doing propagation on it, or propagating, and then once it grows a few more roots I'm going to put it into dirt. And this plant grows very quickly and it branches out like a vine, so the goal is to have the plant here and then as it grows I'm going to sort of pin it up along the walls and then have like vines all the way up over the front of my bed. And then just imagine that I actually have blankets on my bed and it's fully made and all cute, so like this is adorable. And then soon we're gonna have the greenery just like up along that wall. I am so excited. This is so cute. Okay, we are feeling better now, so let's revisit the whole like pants situation. I think that I'm going to go ahead and actually try these on just so I can see what the whole color difference looks like when I'm actually wearing them. Honestly, I don't think it's that bad. If I was being really picky, like if I was making this for someone else, I would definitely go back and change the blue. But I don't think it's that obvious unless you're looking for it, and because I just really don't feel like redoing it and I already have it all done here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it because I don't think it's that bad. The pants are completely done. I finally finished crocheting them. Now I'm just going ahead and weaving in all those loose ends, and then I'm going to take this elastic here and put this into the waistband to help hold up the pants a little bit more. As I showed you in the beginning of this whole process, we have this little opening here at the waistband, and I'm just going to go ahead and slip the elastic right through here and then secure it all closed. I have my little candle burning here because I was filming the intro to the tutorial for this matching set, and I figured I would just leave it burning as I talk to you so we can have a little cozy vibe. So let's do a quick review of how we feel about the matching pants and sweater. Okay, here is the sweater, which we have already seen many times before. I'm still just as happy with it. I've now worn it a couple times and it is held up nicely. As I think I've mentioned already, the only issue I have with this is the sleeves are two different sizes. Because I had to take apart this sleeve so many times and rework it, the yarn is so thin compared to this one that they just look a little lopsided. But this is something that, like, when I'm not designing it and I would just be making it from scratch, it would look totally fine. All the critiques that I mentioned here are things that came about throughout the designing process, or they're like color problems. None of them are faults of the pattern. I just want to put that out there because I am proud of the pattern. I think the pattern is perfect. It's just like, as I was designing it, little things happened that wouldn't necessarily happen if I was making it again following the pattern. But otherwise, this sweater is so cute. And now, moving on to the pants, we have the obvious problem, which I think is the biggest issue I have with this entire thing, and that's that we're working with two completely different shades of white here. There's not much I could have done about it. We've already gone through all the stages of grief around that. I think now we're just falling into acceptance. It is what it is. Here is the pair of pants, which I'm so proud of how these turned out. I think they look absolutely perfect. They are so comfortable. They're not nearly as heavy as I thought they would be, but regardless, I'm really glad that we put the elastic in the waistband. As we talked about before, both of the bottom parts here of the pants are two different shades of blue, but I think when I'm wearing them, it's really not as obvious as I made it out to be. I mean, now that I pointed it out to you, you're probably gonna be able to tell and you're gonna see it every time, but honestly, I think this is a bigger problem, like the matching of the whites, than the matching of the blue. So it's okay. I could just totally take a nap in these or hang out in these all day long. This is an adorable, adorable matching set, and I am so proud of it. I still can't believe I made this. It is so cute. I do wish I had the time to go back and make even more of these in more colors. I want to do like a dark blue with white accents, maybe like a red, like a maroon one. But I had such a fun time making this video. I don't even remember what I was filming back in the beginning of this in like October or November, so I am really excited to go back and edit this and just see all that early footage. Like, we really went on a journey together and it was so much fun, and I really don't want to end this video. I feel like we should just stretch it out for another 5 months. But But I think it is time to call it because it is time to start another vlog. I have so many more exciting crochet designs and I want to bring you along with me through all of those as well. So if you haven't already, then please subscribe so that way we can hang out again and again and again every time I post. I'm going to try to do longer vlogs like these, that way you can also crochet while I'm crocheting. And I like doing them over a longer period of time because then I feel like I have more substance to share with you. Like I can show you these really big projects. So who knows when I will be posting another vlog, but I cannot wait to talk to you again. I'll probably start filming another vlog as soon as I turn off this camera. And I hope whatever you're crocheting is turning out great. If you wanted to make this for yourself, I do have the tutorial for it posted. The video prior to this one is the tutorial. So if you want to make your own sweater and matching pants, then feel free to do so using that tutorial. And I will see you again soon with another tutorial and another vlog. I'm getting really nervous of this candle because I talk with my hands a lot and I feel like I'm gonna hit it with this crochet and I'm just gonna go up in flames. So let me blow this out actually. We don't need to be vibey anymore. Okay, the candle's gone, so now I'm gonna go and I'll see you again soon. This was so much fun. Thank you for hanging out with me. You are awesome. I assume you're awesome. I know you're awesome. All right, goodbye.